We are back with a brand new video. What is good, Heat Nation? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the possibility of the Miami Heat acquiring Myles Turner through a trade. Now, I did read a lot of your guys' comments in the last video, and I really appreciated the constructive criticism / suggestions that you guys had for me. I really do appreciate all that stuff. So if you guys have any other suggestions, please leave them in the comment section of this video as well, so I can incorporate them into my future videos. A lot of you guys wanted me to make my videos more visually appealing, whether that was putting highlights or clips or like images, multiple images as far as who I'm talking about, so people can understand. Just make it more visually appealing, and I do understand that. I will be trying to do that in the future, as well as in this video. For the highlights and the clips, I'm trying to be as careful as I can with that. I'm working on a way to do that for our upcoming videos. I'm working on that right now, but I'm trying to make sure I do not get copyright strike, because that happened to me one time when I tried to do highlights on a video. So I'm gonna try to make sure I don't get demonetized. I have to be very careful with that, but I will be trying to incorporate those, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm going to be doing it in this style where I kind of talk about when I talk about multiple different topics, I will be having multiple images for who I'm talking about, so it'll be more relevant to the discussion. Then that way you guys can have the videos be more visually appealing that way. So hopefully you guys understand that. Hopefully this is a better format, and let me know down in the comment section below what other suggestions you guys have for this channel to grow even bigger. Thank you all again for 2,000. We're on the road to 3,000, and let's get there as soon as possible. Go check out my second channel if you've not in the description, and go follow my Twitter as well. So let's get right into it. Myles Turner is the topic of discussion. We're also going to be talking about Kevin Durant, because there was a big update today from Woj and Shams about the whole Kevin Durant situation. Another team has jumped in to the sweepstakes, and we're going to be talking about that. Let's actually just start off with that. We're going to be talking about Kevin Durant, like I said, and Woj and Shams actually had an update today at like 2 a.m. Apparently, the Boston Celtics are pushing to acquire Kevin Durant. Now, this was from Woj and Shams. I don't know if the report is, a smokescreen or not. I know a lot of Celtics fans want to believe that it's a smokescreen. Personally, for me, I don't think it's fake. I think Woj and Shams do not report anything unless there's some truth to it. So, I think that there was some truth to it. Whether the offer that I'm going to be talking about was very recently, or whether it was from a month ago. I don't know when the offer that the Boston Celtics made to the Nets was, but I believe that they did make an offer. And the offers consisted of Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and a first-round pick. The Nets declined that. They wanted, on top of Jaylen Brown, they wanted Marcus Smart. They wanted an additional player, which has not been named, as well as multiple first-round picks. Now, as soon as I read that, I was like, okay, hold on. It's very rare that you will find Woj and Shams leaking trade packages in their reports, unless the deal is close to being done or done. Like, we always see, them saying, okay, this team is trying to acquire this player, but we don't get the full details of what they're offering until the trade is official. So that's very peculiar to me. Number two, it's very peculiar that the Brooklyn Nets rejected that offer, because I think Jaylen Brown is going to be as good of a young cornerstone that you're going to get back for KD. Number three, there was also a report today from Shams on the Pat McAfee show that Kyrie Irving apparently wants to stay in Brooklyn and finish out his last year of his contract in Brooklyn this season. So that all ties into the whole KD situation, because if Brooklyn finds a trade partner for KD, then they're going to try to trade for Kyrie. If not, I assume both of them will stay on the Nets. Now, the Boston Celtics offered, like I said, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and one first-round pick. Whatever you think about Boston, whether you like them or not, a lot of people in Miami don't like them for obvious reasons. Their trade package is far surpasses ours. Like, it's not even a debate. Jaylen Brown, as a centerpiece, is way more greater value than Tyler Hero, first of all, and that's, I think, the deal breaker here. Miami is hesitant to trade Bam. Toronto does not want to trade Scotty Barnes. Phoenix cannot even move Ayton until January, and Boston swoops in here with the best young piece on the market so far in Jaylen Brown, and puts him up and offers him to the Nets for Kevin Durant. That so far is the best package in my eyes, because I don't think the Heat, I don't think the Raptors, I don't think the Suns have anyone who demonstrates that same value as Jaylen Brown does to the Nets. And I think it's going to be very tough for the Heat to, match that or surpass that offer, if that offer is indeed what it is. Now, I think, the Celtics, a lot of Celtics fans did not want this to happen. They wanted to keep JB and stuff because I guess, you have the emotional attachment, but also because he's just a younger player, so you can build him and Tatum for the future. But if they get Kevin Durant, bro, with already having Jason Tatum, that team is the favorite to win it all, in my opinion, because that team just becomes even more crazy. And then that's another team you have to go through in the East. Right now, the Heat are in a very tough position. I'm going to get into Myles Turner very soon, so just stay tuned for that. But they're in a very tough position. They're in a very tough position here because they don't have the most premium assets to work with in order to get a superstar or a star. Donovan Mitchell update as well. There's been like 4 or 5 more new teams that are, in the running for Donovan Mitchell. I think there's 6 teams in total. I'm not sure off the top of my head who these 6 teams are. But I know obviously Miami is in it, New York is in it. I'm pretty sure Sacramento, Toronto, Washington, and Atlanta might be the 6, along with, Miami and New York. And I think the Hornets also might be involved. So I think that there's 7 teams total who are in pursuit of Donovan Mitchell. There's 4 teams who are in pursuit of Kevin Durant. The good thing for Miami is they're the only team, them and the Raptors, that are in pursuit of both of these players. I think the other teams are only in pursuit of either one. And I think you're in a tough spot because a lot of these teams have better assets than you. And I think that the Heat, they know this, which is why they have to go ask a 3rd or 4th or 5th team in order to make this trade happen. Now, there is a possibility, and we got some updates from 5 Reasons. Again, if you want to believe 5 Reasons, you can believe 5 Reasons. It's up to you. Like, I'm just putting out stuff that I've seen. Whether you believe them or not, it's up to you. Like, I can't force anyone to believe anything. But 5 Reasons said that, or I think Ethan from 5 Reasons said that he believes that it's increasingly likely that Tyler Hero stays on the Heat this season and he gets his wish to be a starter. Now, that is probably, I think, a hint that the Heat might be running it back. And I think it's, something we have to understand. I don't think the Heat want to run it back. I think a lot of people think, okay, Pat Riley is washed because he wants to run it back. He doesn't want to run it back. If he wanted to run it back, PJ Tucker would be on the team right now. The reason PJ Tucker is gone is because the Heat didn't want to put himself in a position where if they matched PJ Tucker's contract and they hard capped it, not matched it, but if they offered him the same contract as Philly and if they hard capped themselves, then they wouldn't be in a position where they could get KD or Mitchell. You have to sacrifice losing PJ Tucker in order for you to have a chance at one of these stars. Now, I think that Kyrie Irving, it's a shame that this report came out that he wants to stay on the Nets, because I thought that if we couldn't get KD or Mitchell, I thought Kyrie was sitting right there for us to swoop in and trade for, because I think whatever you think about Kyrie, whether you wanted him on the Heat or not, I was one who said that I would like him on the Heat. He's a star on the court. When he's on the court, he's there's no one like him. I think the dynamic that he would add to our team would be something that we haven't had before. And it's a shame that apparently he wants to stay as a Net. I don't know what, I don't know if he wants to be a Laker or Net. I really don't know. He's very unpredictable right now. But, if the report is true that he wants to finish his, contract out in Brooklyn, then it's going to be very tough to get him as well. Because, if he wants to stay there, and Kevin Durant, the Brooklyn Nets are not finding really any offers that they really like, then there is a very, very high chance that both of these guys stay on the Nets through training camp and to the upcoming season. Enough about Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, though. I spent a lot of time on that, more than I wanted to, actually. Myles Turner is the reason we're talking about this the video. I think that Myles Turner is a name that he's been on the market. He has been on the market. The Pacers were shopping him at the same time as Malcolm Brogdon. Brogdon got traded. Their plan was to get Ayton, and Ayton obviously got the contract got matched by Phoenix, and now they have Myles Turner still on their roster, who's, I'm pretty sure he's like 26 at this point, and Indiana has been looking to trade him. Now, I think Miami would be a very good destination for Turner, and let me tell you why. Number one, Myles Turner provides outside shooting. And I think that a lot of these centers that are on the market, like, you know, even if you wanted a Dwight Howard or if you wanted someone like that as a free agent signing, they can't really stretch the floor like that. Myles Turner is one of the best big man shooters in the league. Number two, he's also one of the best rim protectors in the NBA. And, you know, the Heat have been a very small team over the past couple years. You know, they've been running 6'5", 6'6" players like Jay Crowder and PJ Tucker at the 4 position. That has hurt them on the glass. I know Myles Turner is not a rebounding machine, but naturally at 7 feet, you're going to be able to get more boards than someone who's 6'5". So it'll help us on the glass and it'll help us protect the paint. Number 3, I think this opens up a spot for Bam to play his natural 4 position. I don't know if you guys saw him at the Miami Pro League. I know it's the Miami Pro League. It's not the NBA. I understand that, but he's never been a center to me. I know he has to play that because it's the new NBA. You have small ball centers and stuff. He doesn't really have a consistent shot in the NBA yet, but he's always been a natural scoring 4 to me. And I think that, you know, a front court of him and Turner would be elite, because not only can you have Turner mop up the interior and block any shots that, you know, come towards the paint, as well as, you know, crash the glass, Bam Adebayo can switch onto the perimeter as a 4. He can switch onto anyone. So even if you lost PJ Tucker's versatility at the 4 position, if you moved Bam to the 4 and add a true 5, what you can do is allow Bam Adebayo to play that PJ Tucker role at an advanced level where he can switch onto anybody, but he's giving you 5 times the production on the offensive end. So I would like Myles Turner on the Heat. I think he would be an upgrade over whoever we have right now. I know the Heat really like Caleb Martin to play the 4. I've even seen some people talking about we should play Jimmy at the 4. The reason I'm kind of hesitant for Jimmy at the 4 is because I think that might take a big toll on his body. You want to save him for the playoffs. You don't want to burn him out. And I think that, you know, him down low against a bunch of these strong 4s, I don't really think that that's the best option. Now, obviously, if that's the last resort, then you do it. But still, I think that, you know, you should either trade for someone or you should, you know, wait and try to sign someone. I don't really know. I don't think Jimmy Butler should be the starting power forward. Caleb Martin maybe, because, you know, apparently he's training to play there, but I would still prefer Myles Turner and Bam over Caleb Martin and Bam any day. And then you could have Caleb off the bench. So Myles Turner would be interesting. I would like Myles Turner a lot, but unfortunately, I just think that you have to wait for any sort of deal like that to happen until the KD and the Mitchell situation is dead. Because if they're still going on right now, I don't think the Heat are really focusing on anybody else external who is not any of those 2 players, because they want a superstar. You know, first and foremost, they want a superstar. You know, it would be very easy to go and trade Duncan Robinson and some picks for a 4, but, you know, you want that, you know, star first, and if you strike out on that star, that's when you can move on to option number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So I think that's where we're at right now. We're kind of at the same place that we were before, but, you know, just wanted to talk about some of the new updates that have been coming through. Also explore the possibility of Myles Turner. I don't believe I've done a video about Myles Turner on this channel before. So just wanted to explore that possibility, because I know a lot of people wanted, you know, Myles Turner on Miami. And again, I would not be opposed to it at all. You know, it would clearly be an upgrade over what we have right now. But I think where you're going to be seeing is a lot of, you know, waiting around and trying to find out, trying to find the perfect trade partner for a 3rd or a 4th team to pair alongside, you know, either Brooklyn or Utah for a Donovan Mitchell or a Kevin Durant trade. That's where we're at right now. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all later as always. Peace.